we'll just wait for 5 more minutes and see if anyone else joins. Hey, thank you everybody for joining. Small crowd today. That's all right. I'll start us off with a opening prayer, so please join me in prayer. Dear Heavenly Parents, Jesus, and Jimmy Hussein, tell me all of our good ancestors in this world, good evening, or night, whatever time it is for us around the world. Thank you so much for allowing us to gather today, once again this week. Yeah, to have our first Hundoke / lecture meeting of 2026. I really pray that today, through True Father, True Mother's words, we're able to really, feel inspired and learn about Ocean Providence, and allow it to not only teach us about Ocean Providence and your heart, but also to help motivate us and inspire us to keep moving forward with what we're doing. I really pray for True Mother, her safety and her health and the situation and the detention center. I really pray that, yeah, I mean, I really pray that somehow whatever we do, we're able to move forward as strongly as we can. She asked us to do, and that we can really have her on our minds, and that whatever efforts we put can lay a condition to help her here on earth. We also want to help True Father in heaven as well. Thank you so much for once again allowing us to be together. And I really pray that you can be with us with the entire call. Thank you. I pray this in the name of Ju Chong, a third generation member of Blessed Central Family, attending Holy Mother Han. Amen. Achu. All right. Okay. Thank you for joining, everybody. So I think we were all, so for those of you um who might be watching that haven't been to the first call this year, basically we're changing our hundoke structure a little bit, where rather than kind of a more random selection of hundoke or lectures, we're going to be following a theme throughout the entire year, a selection of themes with regards to Ocean Providence. So yeah, it's meant to be kind of more of a comprehensive way to introduce Ocean Providence through Ndokke. So yeah, today we are starting with the basics. So for those of you who have been with us for a long time, this might be very familiar, but for those of you who haven't, this is a good introduction to Ocean Providence. So yeah, today we're starting with the heart of our true parents, right? Which is the reason for Ocean Providence in the first place. The reason why we even have Ocean Providence is because true parents wanted it. And we're going to be talking about why that might be. So first, I want to go through some photos. Some of you guys might recognize these, but true parents spent a lot of time in Ocean Providence, right? Just from these photos, and these aren't even all the photos that there are, right? There's so many photos, but all of these photos show true parents fishing out on the water or relating with something regarding to Ocean Providence, right? You can tell True Father was really in that fishing world because he developed even his own tuna fishing method and taught it to members at Ocean Challenge. And him and a lot of the OG members, they all even designed and built their own boat, right? Which is the Good Go, the One Hope. And True Father was very particular about this boat, and he was, observing the entire process and making sure it was going well. Yeah, like they made a bunch of boats. Like it's crazy. You can tell that this was a huge investment, right? This wasn't something that could easily be done just for fun. It was truly something that your parents wanted to invest in. They also invested in other things like fish processing units, processing businesses. Also, they literally changed the trajectory of like the sushi industry, sushi restaurant industry in America. And that's also, again, a really big thing. And True Father says that I saw the key to future food problems lies in the ocean and have endeavored to develop a wide range of oceanic businesses from nothing. I spend more time in the ocean than anyone else, thinking on the ocean, praying on the ocean, and struggled on the ocean. Bad. How much time and effort did I invest? You cannot imagine it. And so True Father himself says he spent so much time, we can't even imagine how much investment he put in there. But why did they invest so much into these activities, right? To understand this, we must understand their heart and intentions as a parent. And so a parental heart based off this Cheonsongyum uh, passage, True Father says, the parental heart seeks to protect children from harm and is concerned about them day and night. When you nurse and nurture your babies, you sing them lullabies and whisper to them, wishing that their lives will be a success. Any parent has such a heart. No matter how incompetent or lacking parents may be, if one of their children suffers from a disability, the parents' hearts are devastated to the point of breaking. If this situation is then resolved, the relief and joy are overwhelming in proportion to the original pain. If such is the heart of a fallen parent, what must be the heart of God? So, like True Father asks, right? This is the heart of just an average parent in this world. But if that's the heart of an average parent, what do you think it means to be the true parents of humankind, right? What is the heart of our true parents? Well, your father explains, right? The problems of the world aren't so important to you. There are situations today in some countries where millions and millions of people are starving. Can you understand that? No, you cannot understand that. What I have to do is connect the better side of the world to the spiritual world. And then I have to turn my eyes into the deepest hell, and I have to pay attention to the most miserable situations. I have to solve that whole thing. So, as a true parent of humankind, he considers all of the world's people as his children. And no matter how desperate their situation is as a parent, he wants to look toward that situation and help them out. And this leads to True Father's explanation of a global heart, of a heart encompassing the entire world. When I look at the world situation, he said, I feel that securing sufficient food supplies is the most pressing problem. Solving the food crisis cannot be put off for even a moment. Even now, some 20,000 people around the world die of hunger-related causes every day. We cannot afford to be apathetic just because we and our immediate families are not facing hunger. So you can see how he has this heart to feed the world's people because that's what they are suffering from. It's the most pressing issue, and the parent wants to resolve the most problematic thing that their child is going through. And so this heart that your parents have for the world translates to the goals of FFWPU. As the Family Federation for World Peace and Unification, our goals are world peace and world unification. And this reflects the heart of true parents of wanting, God's family on earth to be happy, to be at peace, right? And True Father stresses this importance of witnessing and outreach, but also stresses external issues like solving issues of starvation. Why do you think that is? Well, true parents have a dream of peace. Oh, he says if nationalities and religions continue maliciously to attack each other, humanity has no future. But we are not without hope. Clearly, there is hope. I have lived my life without ever letting go of that hope and always kept alive that dream of peace. So, what exactly is that dream of peace, right? It's the ultimate desire and dream for world peace and unification. And True Father breaks it down very clearly in his autobiography. He says, I want to tear down the walls between religions and between races and fill in the gap between the rich and the poor. Once that is done, we can reestablish the world of peace that God had created in the beginning. I am talking about a world where no one goes hungry and no one sheds tears. So in order to reestablish this world of peace that God, our parent, created in the beginning, we need to tear down the walls between religions, tear down the walls between races, and fill in the gap between the rich and the poor. And one thing you'll notice is that, you know, helping the world go back to that world of peace that God created in the beginning not only consists of religious things, but also consists of physical things, just like the gap between the rich and the poor. And so that comes to this point, right? Our movement is not just a spiritual movement. True Father says that I am the founder of this gigantic spiritual movement, but I am also laying the foundation to solve future physical problems of the world. Since I'm so enthusiastic and have so many plans about the ocean, anyone who comes to the Unification Church cannot help but pay attention to the ocean. And so we can conclude that the ocean providence is the providence to solve the physical problems of the world, things like hunger, things like poverty. And True Father says, right, we are the true parents who came to the earth to save all humanity. All people are our children. How can we not be concerned about those who are starving to death? The reason I am engaged in the ocean enterprises is that through them we can save those people. True Father explicitly says that through ocean providence, through ocean enterprises, true parents wanted to save the starving people who they so care about. And True Mother explains on the point about creating an environment, right? True Mother says true parents' mission is to create the environment on earth where heavenly parents dream life in the earthly kingdom of heaven can be realized. Particularly, this is the life that true children who have come through blessed families should live. I expressed it this way. It is like single drops of water gathering with others to form a stream, then becoming a river which flows toward the broader ocean, creating the environment for the nurturing of many forms of life. So True Mother makes this point of creating an environment, right? As a parent, you want your child to have, good ideological learning, right? But as a parent, you don't want them to be on the streets the rest of their life, right? You want them to have a warm home, a warm shelter, a house with toys, right? And with warm food and without worry about things like money and about poverty and food and hunger. So true parents, as the parents of humankind, naturally want to create an environment for the world's people that they can physically be comfortable in, as well as spiritually. And so through solving physical problems like hunger and creating a network of enterprises centered on God's heart of living for the sake of others, centered under true parents, we would create the environment where everyone is loved, fed, and a family under God. And so the ocean providence is not just the providence to solve physical problems, but it's essentially the providence to substantially love God's children, to love God's children through physical means as well. And as filial children, we have to inherit this heart, right? In 1 John 3:17, if anyone has material possessions and sees a brother or sister in need, but has no pity on them, how can the love of God be in that person? We have to be able to inherit the heart of true parents that cares for every single individual in this world. And True Mother says, right, the ocean is brilliant and pure. Our youth are also brilliant and pure. When the two meet, our future will change. Just as I have done, our youth should roll up their sleeves and bravely take on the ocean. It is not only where one can cultivate a strong mind and body, but where we can create the future of humankind. The ocean is much larger than the land. Buried in its depths, lie undiscovered treasures. Whoever pioneers the ocean will lead the world. And so true parents not only have a heart for the rest of the people, right? They also have a heart for us members. They have a heart for our movement. And that heart is for us to inherit from them, right? And to understand their heart and inherit things like their determination. True Father says, why am I doing all this? It is because as the true parent, I want to take responsibility for those suffering from hunger. My heart is not to give up on anyone in the world. They are all our brothers and sisters. And along with inheriting that kind of determination, we have to inherit the responsibility to actually take on this responsibility of creating that environment of helping the world substantially. And True Mother says, Heavenly Parents' dream and humanity's hope is to live in the kingdom of heaven on earth. Therefore, you blessed families and Chombo families cannot remain where you are. You must fulfill your responsibility. True Mother, the only begotten daughter, cannot do everything by herself. I pray that all of you will become the blessed families that together with me will create a greater, higher, and broader environment in which people can attend Heavenly Parent. This is the only path to realizing one family of humankind attending Heavenly Parent and a peaceful world without war or conflict. I bless all of you who are united with Holy Mother Han to receive heavenly fortune as you move forward toward that day. And even True Father, right? Those were words from 2025, which was last year, so very recent. But this idea of true parents wanting us to inherit their heart has been around for a very long time. And so this quote from 1983, True Father says, this has to be done. For the future, someone has to do it. You are my hope. He's talking to members. You are my hope. If you don't know that, you cannot understand even who you are. The one who is close to me is the one who will determine to be successful on the ocean. And even True Mother, very recently, when she went to the detention center, right? She said, do not worry about me. Do not pray for me. Please pray and offer devotion for you and your families, our whole unification family, and that the will of our Heavenly Parent may be fulfilled. I love you, blessed families. So True Mother basically has this immense heart of love of a parent, of caring for the world instead of herself. All she is thinking about is the world and its people, right? And just to end us off with one final quote that I feel really summarizes this idea of true parents' heart toward humanity and how it relates to ocean providence is this, right? We are the true parents who came to earth to save all humanity. All people are our children. How can we not be concerned about those who are starving to death? The reason I am engaged in ocean enterprises is that through them, we can save those people. Okay. Thank you for listening. So that was today's Fundoke, collection of Fundoke. And we will go into 5 minutes of reflection and we'll come back to discuss for the rest of our time. So Uma, can you play some music, maybe? see you guys at the 26th minute. Okay, thank you everybody for reflecting. We can just go straight into discussion now. So if anyone has any inspirations, thoughts, comments that they want to share, please go ahead.
Yeah, I can get started. Well, I like the layout today. That's very nice. Um, Plus all these pictures. So some pictures before I was, when I was, and when I was, but I wasn't there. So it's very good. Yeah, I like that summary. It's very very nice. Some of the stuff I can remember, but not all of it. But I think the main point is uh, really it reflects two parents' heart. Of course, we have our way of thinking, right? It's usually more the immediate atmosphere that surrounds us, the family, friends, we're doing this and that. But to parents, vision is always so large. Thinking about the people opposite of the side of the globe, not enough to eat, that kind of things. So it's the way two parents express it is that's very beautiful. Yeah, my heart can really resonates with that very well. That's very beautiful. Yeah, that stands out today. Plus also the slideshow with the pictures. It's sometimes not easy just if you're just on the text, right? So, but when you have these pictures coming along, it's like it's an added focus. No, great. Yeah, I enjoy very much. Yeah, that's the main point I want to point out. Fathers are really not just okay. Let's make a business. No, you're thinking, yeah, making a business, but you know, with a purpose, and it can save the greater good. So it's yeah, just yeah, that's just a good point. Thank you.
Thank you, Captain Manny. Yeah,
Mm.
I think that's a good point to kind of remember is just like the end goal and the reason for the end goal is for the sake of others, right? We're living for the sake of others substantially. Our goal is to really help these people.
Mm.
Yeah, and that really does stem from true parents' heart as a parent. So
Mm.
thank you, Captain Manny. Anybody else?
Yeah, maybe I could. Anyway, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
There's some kind of yeah, and we're kind of a small level, but I think we can try to spread the news to get people on board, and get people to be have the same vision, explain people uh, and a lot of times, like I deal with social media a lot, and a lot of people, it just sometimes you just tell people, is it this is amazing, they never heard it, because people are so self-centered, they can't be see beyond them. I mean, whole social media, everybody's just complaining, me, what about me? What about me? It's like nobody even think about others. Sometimes you just have to tell people, think about others, think about a God. And sometimes you can get things out in the world, from the principle. It's so powerful, like that thing the principle teach that God does not do 100%, he does 95, and we have to do 5%. It's just completely, people will have completely different thinking, and I said, it means, that we humans are important. So, sorry, as a guy giving I have surgery today. I stepped on a wood piece. So I had to take some Advil. I had a guy, I can't walk, so the guy is big. But the thing is that sometimes, just get some information and give Father's word out, about his fishing. People will be amazed. There's nobody thinking like him, you know. And when I did broadcasting, I only focused was part of his teaching, what he was doing at teaching. The people were just moved, you know. It just something we just had to tell people, you know, about the meaning of the ocean, you know, just get it out one way or the other. Anyway, it's like that comment. Don't give hope, okay? We will break through, even if we are small, you know. I mean, Bada started small and we started small, you know, so long we persevere, you know, things will happen. I've seen this myself. So many things on social media, people just, you know, this shock. Where is that coming from? You know. Anyway, so I'd like to make that comment.
Thank
Thank
you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh, oh, I hope you feel better with your, yeah, after your surgery, first of all. Thank you for coming. Um, but yeah, with that comment, I do want to shout out whoever is on the YouTube live stream. So we aren't completely alone, right? We on Zoom, we might be a smaller group, but the live stream is happening, so there are other people joining there as well. So that's good. Um, but yeah, I think, yeah, I hope that this year we can kind of break through a little more and yeah, get some more people in here. Thank you, Uncle Erling, for the words of hope and inspiration. Okay. Anybody else?
Hello, greetings.
Greetings.
Okay, for me here, it's good morning. Uh,
Wow,
so
yeah.
thank you. Yeah, thank you for the presentation. I also understand that we are the same persons and going through the same message. And I know the feelings are increasing or changing. We don't really feel the same like last time. What I mean is like we surely might be getting something new, additional, you know, even though coming with the same message. I really want to thank you for the presentation. And what I also thought is, you know, when the flag of the Family Federation for World Peace, you were talking about the goals and linking these goals to the Ocean Providence, I think my mind got stuck around there. I was like contemplating because if I think about the Family Federation members population in the world, it's quite large, and I see some few persons here about the ocean. I think I want to propose this way that in further presentations, let try and work it that this particular flag of Family Federation should, I don't know whether I use the word ever be, should be ever present. You know, I imagine some people are watching it live stream and so forth, and they are blessed persons. They may be thinking, "Oh, the ocean, ocean, ocean," but maybe when the picture of Family Federation, the logo comes around, it can bring their attention closer because we really have not understood how the Ocean Providence is linked to the Family Federation goals. You know, like you rightly said it and Father presented it, I like the quotes because they are there. Father insisted on bringing the world together, whether we do the intermarriage and so forth, breaking barriers through the intercultural or world peace marriages and so forth. But there is a second step. How do we live? How do we become a people, you know, who must tend to the ocean providence? And I think one thing about the ocean providence is that the same things we are doing on land are the same things we are doing in the ocean, but the Father is insisting on one thing. Ocean has more resources, more opportunities for the same those things we are to do on land. If you think of farming, you can fish on land and so forth, do other sorts of farming. But the truth is, ocean is giving you approximately 70% opportunities. And there is also the ease. The working with the oceans looks easier. We have seen this even in physics and so forth. The water is easier than land, even to live. So, in fact, we have succeeded establishing a foundation with the blessed families. So, as we are moving forward, like I said, that the continual presence of the Family Federation flag should be appearing so that many blessed persons can, through it, feel that there is a second phase of the Family Federation for world peace we need to engage on how to make a life, which is principally solving the hunger and poverty problems. So this is very great for us who are here. We have been enriched, with this knowledge, with this understanding. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Reverend Cosmos. And thank you for, yeah, I guess pinpointing about the Family Federation logo. I think you make a good point. I think a lot of people, when they think about Ocean Providence and Ocean Tribe, they think of it as a separate entity, like a separate organization from Family Federation. When in reality, the mission is this literally Family Federation's mission, right? So I think, yeah, making a more clear connection, making it very clear that Ocean Providence is Family Federation, right, is maybe something we need to try to do a little better. Yeah, and I think maybe including that flag, including that logo can actually help solidify that a bit more. I think that's a good idea. Thank you, Urban Cosmos. Anybody else? Oma or THU family?
Yeah, I can say one thing. Um, so I really like the approach of like God's heart in this Providence, right? Like Ocean Providence is basically obviously part of the bigger Providence, and it's something that's necessary to, for the dream of God or dream of true parents to come true. But like when you really think about their heart as a parent, God is a parent of humankind, and true parents are the true parents of humankind. And if you really like focus in on like trying to figure out what they're feeling, then it really becomes very obvious that, of course, they are trying to solve the problems of like internal, heart and religion, stuff like that. You know, individual perfection, things like that, like something pertaining to, ideology. But at the same time, obviously, they would try to, take care of external things, right? Like to prepare the environment, just like it was in the, presentation. Especially a heart of a mother, right? Is to feed all the kids, make everybody comfortable, God's heart is also like that, right? So 70% of the earth is ocean, Obviously God's intention there is like, food. You know what I mean? But anyway, so that's why I think even though Ocean Providence encompasses a lot of things that are not even related to ocean almost, right? But then it's called Ocean Providence. Because the primary factor is the hunger problem and the food issue. And one more thing I actually experienced today is I'm part of this Japanese chat group that's like everybody in there is like interested in Ocean Providence, but they're all Japanese. Um,
Mm.
but I am part of the group, and then they're constantly discussing all these or what's part of Ocean Providence, and oh, this person is, doing fish farming. So does that mean he's doing Ocean Providence? You know what I mean? And then this one young person that's in there, he looks like he's in his 20s, but he said, I always wonder what a definition of Ocean Providence is. And then they started this long conversation on like, how do you define it? How do you define it, right? And
Mm.
then of course definition is hard because True Father never said Ocean Providence equals this.
Mm.
There's no statement like that exists. So they were all like arguing, discussing, blah 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 blah. And then in my mind I was thinking, God's providence is providence, right? It's like it's basically the goal is so clear, so defining it, trying to define it with like actual precise words is almost impossible, but that's what they said, right? And I was thinking, oh my God, ocean providence is this and that, but I never put anything in the chat, right? I actually don't contribute anything. I'm just reading everybody. But one guy said in there that I feel like ocean providence is something that would have happened anyway, despite fall or not. You know what I mean? Like even if the fall didn't happen, something like ocean providence is something that would keep the world running, you know? So I thought that's interesting, right? Like ocean providence, something to do with ocean and the third blessing and environment, external perfection, basically, right? Is ocean providence. And it would have happened if the fall didn't even happen, right? And there's somebody quoted True Father saying, oh, because of the fall, humanity kind of went into the continental civilization where it was easier to survive, easier to develop. But actually, humanity was supposed to develop ocean, first, and then have the most richest environment possible, something like that. So I was like, man, this chat has like 150 people. They're all discussing it, and I thought it was interesting. Yeah, but it's all Japanese people, so I can't really invite them here because none of them speak English. But yeah, just to let you know that there's this group out there. A lot of second gens are in there, and a lot of old people are in there too, Good mix of, yeah. Yep.
That's
Thank
good,
you.
good point there. But the same with love, right? You can't really specifically pinpoint it. Oh, this is it. When it is there, you feel it. You know it. There is no the word, but it's like you feel it. You know what it is. It's something you just have to feel it, experience it. It's the same. But it's good that they're thinking in those terms. It's like their mind is really going in the direction. I think that's very good there. Actually, can I add some a point that crossed my mind? You said so we making that meeting here, right? And you say simultaneously there's also like a live stream going on, right? Do you can see in the live stream how many people are attending that one?
My mom can see, yeah, because she's running the live stream.
Yeah, how many? Is it past the single digits or?
I can let you know that at highest amount, 5 people are watching it.
Wow, it's a start. You see, like
Right
you
now,
said.
3, yeah. It's a start.
That's okay. Yeah. Well, some
Yeah.
people,
Bad.
but it's yeah, but that's great. The same something is a Chon Chimon in the church, right? Not every sometimes can attend, but then they have it like through Zoom, and when you combine the numbers, sometimes ooh, it's quite a bit. So, and yeah, for a start, it's a start. Like Erling said. Father also, there were just only a few there. And then later, now, worldwide.
Yeah.
Nice, very good.
Thank you.
Very
Thank
good
you,
point.
Ma.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah. I think you make good points, Ma, about like, yeah. I mean, Ocean Providence is just Providence. And I think that point that guy made about how Ocean Providence might have just ended up happening either way, whether the fall happened or not, is a very interesting point. But I guess like if we see Ocean Providence as being like, the providence to set the environment or, you know, feed the people and like, yeah, create that perfect world physically, then I guess like, yeah, even in an ideal world, when the fall didn't happen, Adam and Eve and like their children still would have worked toward creating that perfect world. And that maybe is just ocean providence, right? So that's an interesting thought to have. Yeah. Thank you. Right. Is there anybody else with any lingering thoughts? Does a THU family want to say anything for us today?
Ella?
Oh, yes, Reverend Cosmos?
Yeah, Last time we got we had the connect. I promised putting up um the the map. Was it map? Something like how do we call it again? To indicate where I am. I haven't succeeded doing it. When I do it, I will post it up. So I'm sorry for that because I should have done it by now. Uncle, I think Uncle Mike or something like that, maybe asked for it something. I don't know if you remember what I talked of the Google map,
Yeah,
GPS.
I remember. Mhm.
Yeah, I'm sorry I've not done it yet. I will do it and then try and send it.
That's all right. Thank you, Reverend Cosmos, for working on that. Yeah. Okay. I think if there are no other comments, we
I
can.
mentioned one thing,
Yep.
just very short. I thought about a lot of reflect kind of what wrong with a lot of businesses and stuff like this. And thing is that I tell a lot of people that our business also is to restore things, get people to work together from all nationality, all religions, and break down barriers. But sometimes it's very difficult because you get a lot of subjects. You understand, if you have a project, you get like 20 different subjects, and I heard about one guy. I think he had some property, what I had in Texas, and what I told him, you in charge of it. It was a brother. But suddenly he got influenced by a lot of people, and they said, "This is not of God. You got to do something." So they eventually influenced him so bad that he sold it, and he thought it come from Father, and then he went to Father and he said, "Oh, Father, I'm going to go visit my ranch," and he said, "I sold it," and I said, "Who told you to sell it?" He got so upset about Brother Army, and he gave him hell. So sometimes a lot of things happen a lot in our movement. It's like when you work for God, you always get inspiration. You get the best thing, you're number one, you're gonna win the world. But you have 10 people with the same kind of thinking, it works against each other. So sometimes you have to be kind of strong a lot, actually, really, and to understand why Father created that, why God created that, and stick to it, be preserved, you know. And I think Japanese members, they work so great in groups, it's just unbelievable. Koreans, they don't work the groups at all. You put 100 Japanese against 100 Koreans, the Japanese will win. You put one Korean and one Japanese, the Korean will win. And the different personalities around the world. I would just a comment.
Thank you, Uncle Rolly. It's an interesting thought. Okay. But yeah, I think having a unifying understanding is very important with regards to big thing. But I think that's why having like a good understanding of like this, basically the root of Ocean Providence, of being God's heart and understanding God's heart and true parents' heart is very important, because once we do understand that, then we're able to kind of everything afterward kind of makes sense. Like my mom said, right? All the things that true parents had been trying to achieve through Ocean Providence, Ocean Enterprises, and trying to feed the world, it all makes sense once you understand, oh, this is the heart of a parent that wants to feed their children. So yeah, having that core understanding, that basic understanding is very good in helping people go toward the right direction. Yeah. Okay. Any last words?
Okay. Yeah. I have a thought a little bit, but like listening to the like Mani-san's story and then Arin's story, I very impressed that the first generations being with true parents, they witnessed how true parents developed the Ocean Providence and also the like sushi market or fish industry in the U.S. and like we can make a presentation like that, but as a second gen or third gen, that we can convey the words, but the first gen is the ones that who witnessed it, and then that's very amazing, and I'm very thankful for they're here today together with us, and a very precious time we had today. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah, that's a really good point. Shout out to all the first gens here and who have joined us in the past as well. Just for being here and linking us to the actual past of Ocean Province, right? Of what actually happened back then. You guys are living history. That's kind of proof of what had happened, of True Parents' efforts. So yeah, thank you for being here and sharing. Okay. All right. I think we can end for now today. We have 8 minutes until 8 p.m. Does anyone feel inspired to give an
Yeah, I
ending?
can pray.
Thank you.
Loving Heavenly Parents, precious two parents, really so grateful to come tonight together and really looking at the part of the Providence where two parents have invested so much. We were so moved how really two parents always consider the world being a family, and we can be part of it, and everybody is part of it. We pray that really can use our talents and ability to invest in that Providence and broaden it. We're very grateful. Through two parents, our lives changed so much. We can learn, we can understand ourselves, and also we can see the potential that is there. The world really can become one. Family parent, if really everyone is working together. Thank you for being able to participate in this meeting right now. We ask your blessing upon it, and we are inviting you for the reminder of this day or night. In attendance to Holy Mother Han, I pray with gratitude in my name, Ani Liba, blessed family. Aju.
Ju. Thank you, Captain Manny. And thank you everybody for joining today. Yeah, thank you so much. Today was the first